The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, attributed the irreversibility of climate change to an overheated ocean. That was on September 24, 2019, in the IPCC's Special Report on the Ocean and Cryosphere in a Changing Climate. The situation has not improved since 2019. An article at Manga Bay published January 30, 2024, accurately tells the story about Earth's warming ocean. The headline gives a hint. Ocean heating breaks record, again, with disastrous outcomes for the planet. The article at Manga Bay opens with 3 bullet points. 1, quote, new research shows that ocean temperatures are hotter than ever in the modern era due to human-driven global warming, end quote. 2, quote, high ocean temperatures are placing a strain on marine life and biological processes while also increasing extreme weather events on land, end quote. And 3, quote, the world is also seeing an escalation in the frequency and intensity of marine heat waves, events in which sea temperatures exceed a certain threshold for 5 days or. The opening paragraph provides a few hints about the information in the article. Quote, human actions are rapidly changing the world's oceans, whether through overfishing, pollution, or coastal development. But among the most intense pressures placed on the seas right now is humanity's ongoing burning of fossil fuels, pumping dangerous amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which in turn has pushed sea temperatures to record levels, end quote. The article at Manga Bay explains that the ocean absorbs 90% of the heat trapped by greenhouse gas emissions. The trapped energy greatly moderates rising atmospheric temperatures and therefore preserves habitat for humans and other organisms on Earth. The terrestrial locations on the planet would be much hotter were it not for the ocean absorbing this energy. That's the good news. The attendant bad news is that a warming ocean has undesirable consequences, including an escalation in marine heat waves, ocean acidification, and loss of habitat for marine organisms. The warming ocean also warms those terrestrial regions where most of us live. How bad is it? According to the article in Manga Bay, the oceans are hotter than at any other time in modern history. Quoting a peer-reviewed open-access paper in Advances in Atmospheric Sciences, the article in Manga Bay explains that ocean heat records have been broken. The 5th paragraph of the article in Manga Bay provides the conventional story. Quote, without urgent action to curb carbon emissions, experts say ocean heat will continue to increase, which will, in turn, impact the very planetary systems necessary for humanity's survival and for maintaining life on Earth as we know it, end quote. What the article in Manga Bay fails to point out is that the, quote, urgent action to curb carbon emissions, end quote, will induce loss of aerosol masking. Loss of aerosol masking is the fastest path to loss of habitat for all life on Earth. Not surprisingly, the articles in both Manga Bay and Advances in Atmospheric Sciences failed to mention the aerosol masking effect. The peer-reviewed paper was authored by 34 scholars, entitled New Record Ocean Temperatures and Related Heat Indicators in 2023. It was published on January 11, 2024. An excellent summary of the peer-reviewed paper comes in the first paragraph of a section labeled Concluding Remarks. Quote, based on analyses conducted by several independent research groups, this paper provides updates on the sea surface temperature, ocean heat content, salinity, stratification, and a spatial temperature inhomogeneity index for the year 2023. The ocean continued to warm globally in 2023, not only at the surface, but also across the upper 2,000 meters. The warming rate has increased in recent decades, with a faster rate of warming evident since around 1990. Then they quote 2 peer-reviewed papers. Similarly, the salinity contrast index has increased, signifying more extreme salinity anomalies and an imprint of global water cycle amplification on the upper ocean. Ocean stratification also was at a record high in 2023, with upper ocean waters becoming more stable over time, although with more variability than other climate characteristics. Regional warming patterns reveal that 3 out of 7 investigated regions in this study reached record levels of their upper 2,000 meters ocean heat content in 2020. It's not only the IPCC, Manga Bay, and advances in atmospheric sciences expressing concern about an overheated ocean. An article at phys.org published on June 7, 2024 is titled, "Record Highs in the North Sea. Even the German Bight is warmer than ever before." This article points to 3 peer-reviewed papers to indicate the ocean is warming. Here's the lead. Quote, "Researchers around the globe are sounding the alarm. Ocean temperatures are the warmest ever recorded." End quote. The phys.org article provides an excellent overview of the data and consequences associated with an overheated and still warming ocean. The 3 peer-reviewed papers to which it refers are open access. They represent the efforts of 18 scholars focused on the physical and biological impacts of an overheated ocean. Climate change's irreversibility is among many undesirable impacts of our collective greenhouse gas emissions. All that aside, we have been very fortunate so far. Despite projections and predictions from several organizations and scholars, we have not experienced an ice-free Arctic Ocean. When it occurs, Earth will lose habitat for humans and therefore all life. An article at phys.org on June 12, 2024 is titled, "Study Finds Arctic Warming Threefold Compared to Global Patterns." The article refers to a peer-reviewed paper in Nature Geoscience published on May 22, 2024. The abstract of the peer-reviewed paper concludes with this sentence, quote, "By estimating and removing the effect of natural variability on the observed temperature changes, we reveal that the externally forced Arctic amplification has consistently remained close to 3 throughout the historical period." The other important point expressed in the peer-reviewed paper in Nature Geoscience is that natural variability is high. Specifically, this peer-reviewed paper used 3 observational datasets and 34 models to show that factors such as the interdecadal Pacific Oscillation decelerated global warming after 2000. However, quote, "An Arctic internal mode amplified Arctic warming after 2005, end quote. This helps explain why renowned scholars have had difficulty indicating when the Arctic Ocean will be free of ice. The Arctic is the planetary air conditioner, as I have often indicated in this space. The planetary air conditioner is barely functioning. The Arctic is rapidly warming. May we continue to remain fortunate, contrary to a series of projections and predictions dating back to March 8, 2012, when the future of Arctic sea ice was published in the Annual Review of Earth and Planetary Sciences. This peer-reviewed publication projected an ice-free Arctic Ocean in 2016, plus or minus 3 years. Professors at Harvard and the University of California, San Diego subsequently predicted an ice-free Arctic Ocean no later than 2023. Our good fortune brings to mind a song from the late 1970s by Joe Walsh. Life's been good. Life has been very good to me. So far, life on Earth has been quite a treat. May it continue this pattern for all of us.